Welcome to the Andee Joyce video blog. Singer, songwriter, musician, artist, comedian, blogger, self-advocate. This is video 1 of a 4-part video series that will be released every 3 to 4 months, starting in December 2024 with this video.
That's me. I, Andee Joyce, did that. That's my song, Andee, You're Weird, that they're spontaneously singing back to me at the end of the show. Sometimes I still can't believe it. That's from a show I did at the Walters Cultural Arts Center in Hillsboro, Oregon in April 2024 called RHYTHM and Autism. It was the first sensory-friendly show the Walters ever did, and an actual autistic performer did it. At least 2% of the U.S. population qualifies for an autism diagnosis. So that means we should be at least 2% of the performing artists in the U.S., right? We're not even close. I want to do something about that. I was on the Oregon Council on Developmental Disabilities from 2012 until 2020. At the time I started there, I was the first openly autistic person on the council, and it was about 5 years after my official diagnosis at age 44. I'm now 61. That's how you know I'm autistic. I will tell you my exact age without you having to ask. I learned to play guitar for the first time when I was 10. I'm left-handed, but I play right-handed because you actually form chords with the left hand. And my right hand is kind of useless for fine motor stuff. I can go flap, flap, flap with it. Kind of like this. Can't see a thing, but I know it's there. I can hear it, feel it, taste it everywhere. There are a lot of things I didn't know when I started at OCDD. I didn't know, for example, that I needed to sing for and with others and write songs in order to be fulfilled, and that I had the right to pursue that.
This is the stuff my hands do. I get a chance to sing for you. This is the stuff my hands do. And if you feel like it, then do it too. Or don't. Just saying.
Before my diagnosis, I had tried repeatedly to find a place for myself in the arts as a performer and a writer, and I felt like I had failed miserably. I just didn't fit in anywhere. I didn't realize I had a disability. Several, in fact. So I also hadn't heard the word ableism yet. It wasn't my imagination. People really were rejecting me because I was different. That happens often enough. Soon you start rejecting yourself. But that doesn't have to last forever. Don't tell anyone. Making music is supposed to be fun. Shouldn't be this hard. We ain't auditioning for Juilliard. I'm tired of retouching things, trying to break into your lyrics. I'm ready for some real-time joy. Let's give some love on the spot to what we got, 'cause it's alive. I'm ready for some real-time joy. There's more of me where I came from. So come out, wherever you are. I didn't know about any of this stuff 10 years ago, but I took to looping like a duck to water. It was amazing. During this quarterly series of video blogs, in other videos of me elsewhere, and in RHYTHM and Autism, if you happen to see it, you're going to hear me talk about something called the Clappy Monster. See, one of my autistic special interests is clapping. Clapping along to music, that is. For over half a century, I never told anyone. In fact, I never put it together in my own head until just a few years ago. I've been all around this great big internet, and I found no evidence of anyone who admits to a full-on geek out about clapping. I found zillions of videos of people literally pretending to eat laundry detergent. But clapping fixation, no, that's a bridge too far. It's socially unacceptable. You might be thinking, well, you spit out your age without hesitating. Why couldn't you tell anyone about the Clappy Monster? Well, part of it is that when I was a kid, the only way you ever got diagnosed with autism was if you had no speech at all and no interactions with anyone at all. But you could get thrown into an institution if the right people thought you sounded or looked too strange. And I already looked and sounded pretty strange as it was.
It's 1971. You're a 7-year-old girl. How do you tell the world you have a crush on a percussion instrument? The answer is you don't. The word got out. Parents will have some explaining to do to the authorities. You think I'm kidding?
And you know, musicians are supposed to be cool. They're supposed to be able to signal to other musicians that I'm just like you. Well, I knew I wasn't just like them. I knew my signal processing was different and I could only do so much to hide it. And I knew that if people found out how I felt about clapping, it would be the last straw. Little did I know that the Clappy Monster was my key to understanding everything. Well, okay, not everything. Nobody will ever understand everything. But it led to this life that I love where I can feel people being lifted out of their shoes while I perform. And I get lifted too. If you'd like to see more, check out some of the links below. And if you like, drop me a note through the website. And if you are or can be in the Portland metro area on Sunday, December 29th, 2024, we're planning a special free afternoon performance and supporter appreciation event in Hillsborough. I'd love to see you there. Meanwhile, I'll be back here in 3 months for another installation. Thanks for having me.
In her video, Andee talks about being a council member at the Oregon Council on Developmental Disabilities, also known as OCDD. If you would like to learn more about how to become a council member, please visit the OCDD website at ocdd.org and visit the How to Become a Council Member page. It's underneath the Get Involved tab. You can also scan the QR code on this page, or you can call 971-225-3659. To learn more about Andee, visit her website at rhythmandautism.com. You can also scan the QR code on this page. Thank you for watching.